SEO traffic is terrific if you have an established site. Email marketing is fantastic, provided you have a list. Paid advertising rocks the socks off things if you have a tested and optimized funnel and you have an ad budget. But what if your website is brand new? What if you can't wait 6 months to build content and links that will finally bring in that SEO traffic? What if you have no list to turn to? And what if you're starting out on a shoestring budget? How can you bring traffic to your brand new website? Stay tuned and find out.
Being an entrepreneur sounds like, yes, another new client. I did it. But it can also sound like, I am really not understanding this technology, and I'm feeling so overwhelmed. Am I even cut out for this? That's why I started the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast to help infopreneurs, coaches, and course creators who want to build a business online but are battling technology, overwhelm, procrastination, and even imposter syndrome. Think successfully, think differently, think bigger, and take action by learning tips from an array of business owners, all dropping knowledge on the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to another dose of free traffic methods learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman. I've been in the coaching, course creation, and online space since the 90s, so I got a little bit of experience under my belt, yet here I am, still learning. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to share with you what I have learned and what I'm still learning about course creation, coaching, entrepreneurship, and infopreneurship. That begs the question, who are you? Well, that, my friend, to me is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur. More specifically, an infopreneur, either with or seeking a coaching and online course model in your business, or you're just hoping to have that very, very soon. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, and just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal and business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. And that's why I'm here hitting you with another solo success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into your infopreneurship, your course creation success, and with some actionable advice and tips and steps designed to help you level up your game. Why? Because as we already know, there are no shortcuts to your success except for taking those little steps towards your goal every single day. So, as you heard from the lead in, right, we're going to talk about traffic today. We're going to talk about how we can get traffic, right? We all hear SEO is great. And as I mentioned, it is. It's great for an established site. And sometimes it takes a little while to get your site established. Different things will determine the length of that time. Email marketing is a fantastic tool, but you're going to have a list of people to market to. Paid advertising, also awesome. I've done it lots of times. It rocks. It can also drain your pocketbooks. So, I mean, you need to have a tested and optimized funnel and an ad budget, right? Not everyone has an ad budget. You know, here we're going to kind of focus on perhaps that new site. You know, maybe you're just starting your journey, or your journey just started not too long ago. So your site is still relatively new and you don't have the 6 months or so that it would take to build up that content, to build up those backlinks that would finally bring you that SEO traffic. You don't have that list built yet so that you can lean into your email marketing. You don't have that great marketing budget. Maybe you're on a shoestring budget, right? So your ad spend is very limited. Maybe you haven't even tried any ad spend yet. Like, dude, I'm just starting. I don't even know what to do. How do you bring the traffic into your new website? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this episode and probably the next episode, because I don't want to overburden you. I want to give you some tips and a handful of them so that you can get out there and start trying them. And in the next episode, I'm going to give you some more. And you can try those as well. And they'll be there ready for you in these nice bite-sized, nugget-sized episodes for you to consume. So let's start with one I think has multiple benefits and gets missed quite a bit. So the number one traffic tip I want to share with you right now is do expert roundup posts. Now, let me say it again. Expert roundup posts. Now, this method can be used even if you do not have a single subscriber or 0 people coming to your website. Here's what you do. You pick a very relevant and intriguing question, and then you ask other experts and influencers in your niche or in that niche to answer the question in just a paragraph or 2. Now, you can do this over Zoom, via email, and social media, any method that you're comfortable with or that you have available to you to contact them. Now, mind you, some experts prefer one over the other, so you may have to use multiple mediums to get this information to you collected. But here, let me give you an example. Let's use the online marketing niche that we're in right here, right? Yeah, so let's say your niche is the online marketing, and your question is, what traffic method don't marketers use or know enough? Or what traffic method don't marketers know and use enough? That's probably the better way to say it, right? Now, here's what you probably want to do is actually not probably want to do. This is what you'll want to do. You'll want to start with lesser known people in your niche, maybe in the ones you know in your immediate sphere of influence, and then just outside of that. Now, once you get those answers, then you start going to the better known people and let them know that you already have X number of experts who've weighed in and participated, and you'd love to feature their answer as well. Now, this little method makes it far easier for those busier, well-known people to say yes, because others have already jumped on the bandwagon. They've already participated. Now, what you'll do then is you're going to create your post on your new website by compiling all the answers and placing a link to each one of the experts' website of those who did answer. Now, let all of your experts know that you've posted the article, and then ask them if they would, share it with their audience. Now, here's the thing. I get it. Some people won't. Many of them will. And in my experience, a vast majority of them will push it out, especially if your content is really good and it makes them look really good. Now, this is free traffic to your website. Now, what you'll want to do is have something there on your website that will start capturing email addresses or asking visitors to follow you on social media. Now, one call to action. Don't ask for them to, sign up for your lead magnet and follow you on social media. Give them one thing. What I would suggest you do is, if you have a lead magnet, capture their email address with that lead magnet. In the lead magnet, have them follow you on social media, right? So one call to action on the website, get my lead magnet. In the lead magnet, one call to action on the lead magnet, follow me on social media, right? So you can start building this lead magnet funnel, right? So you can get them to follow you in multiple places. Now, once you've done this, do it again and again and again with new questions and rotating the experts around as you go. Don't lean on the same people all the time. Now, here's why I recommend you do this multiple times. First, and obviously, you get traffic from your fellow marketers who share your article with their followers and their subscribers. Even if your traffic is absolutely wah right now, you can do this and start providing an influx of traffic from others as they push that content out for you. Second, you'll start becoming known as the expert yourself by association. This is similar to using the tactic I mentioned in episode 343, how to make your product awesome by association. Here, you're making yourself awesome by association, right? So huge benefit there. And then third, you're beginning to build a relationship with all those movers and shakers out there, right? All those experts that have chimed in with you. Now they know your name, they know your site, and there's a possibility, a very high possibility, of getting lots more traffic and activity and associations and partnerships with them in the very near future as a result. All right, the next traffic getting method I want to share with you is doing expert articles. This is where I started getting my ground up there. It's very similar to doing the expert roundup that we just talked about, right? Except you're going to interview just one expert or influencer and turn that interview into a podcast, perhaps. You're listening to one of those right now. Turn it into an article, or maybe even that lead magnet we talked about, that free report. Your expert that you'll reach out to is almost certain to share that interview with their followers, sending you free traffic. Or here's the thing. articles like this really help your site gain ranking in SEO, along with giving you that extra credibility. And their free report can be something you offer in exchange for subscribing to your email list. Say, hey, I got this great interview that I did with John Expert or Jane Expert. If you'd like to get access to it, give me your email address. Now imagine doing one of these expert interviews each week. Heck, imagine doing one every other week. All right. And then on the page where you host the interview, offer a free PDF report of all the best stuff from the interview. Maybe your blog post just kind of gives them some of the good stuff, right? We talked about this, we talked about that. But if you'd like to know the 3 tips that he gave besides this, give me your email address, right? Your site will quickly become an authority site in no time. You'll be going much further to establish your relationship with these experts in your niche. We talked about that just a minute ago. And you'll get traffic from each expert's own fan base. Because think about it. If they're out there searching that expert's name and a similar question comes up and you have the answer to that question in that interview and you have it set up in your blog post, well, when they type it in, yours is one of the places going to come up, and they'll come to your site instead of potentially the expert's site. And I can hear the question now. What if I can't get the expert to agree to an interview? All right, hold on. It's true, right? Once you have a few interviews under your belt, it'll be far easier to get more of them. The problem is going to be getting those first few, right? Here's a couple of methods on how to handle that. One, just like we did with the expert roundup, start with the lesser knowns, right? Those in your immediate sphere of influence are just outside of them, right? Start there. And once you complete the unknowns in your niche, even if you have to begin by interviewing someone that has a list of 0, well, then do it. Your interview will show what you can do and will give prospective interviewees an idea of what they can expect, right? They can see, oh, this isn't just some schmo. He's actually done interviews. He understands it, and he does good interviews, and he puts up good posts as a result of that, or creates great reports out of them. Number 2 is do a deep dive on one expert. Then write what you've learned. Let's say you want to do an article on the foremost authority of building sales funnels, but you can't get past their damn assistant. Here's what you do. You get out there and you read everything he's written and listen to the podcast and the interviews he's done. Make some extensive notes. Then write all that up. Write up everything you've learned from that activity into an article, citing the sources where you got the information. Now, here's what you do. You take that and you send that article to that assistant and to the person you're trying to get to and invite him to share that with their followers. Odds are extremely good they'll not only do that, but that they'll not only send it out over social media, share, oh, wow, here's this great report someone wrote about me. They'll probably also contact you just to say thank you. And when they do, ask for the follow-up interview. Huh? How about that? And think about, sometimes it's these simple things that really go so far and get you a long, long way. I had a great interview with David Meltzer way back when I first started my podcast. He was one of the early big names, and it was just one of those things I just asked. Of course, I had to ask a couple times, and when I did, he came on, gave a great interview, and I built a relationship up with his assistant, and that landed me a number of other interviews from other lesser knowns, but still leveled up above me that I probably wouldn't have reached without that contact. And it was just a matter of getting that first foot in the door and then leveraging that relationship on both sides, right? Making it good for both of you. And that really leads me right into the next method I want to talk about is partnering with other content creators. Because here's the thing, once you've established contact with other experts and other influencers in your niche or even in parallel niches, what you want to do is you want to collaborate with them one-on-one to create even more content. Maybe you co-write an article, co-write a book, co-write a report, a video, an audio, a podcast, whatever it might be, right? The bigger the expert and the larger their following, the more work you are probably going to likely have to do in the partnership as you build up your own expertise. I mean, after all, they're bringing the large audience. The least you can do is the legwork to make it happen, right? Now, the content might be shared for free, or a portion of it might be shared for free and then an upsell to the paid content, or some of it might be shared for free and, to get the really good juicy stuff. Again, the signups, that's how you start building your list. And again, your expert might be sending traffic to this content. So be sure to capture the email addresses when you can, and also build your social media followers, as I mentioned earlier. But make sure, I'm gonna browbeat this into your head, one call to action at each step. So when they come to your site to enjoy this content, what call to action do you want them to have? Hey, give me your email address. Or maybe you want to go the other way. You say, hey, go follow me over on Instagram, and one platform. So if you decide to build your social media followers, one platform, don't say, come follow me on all the social medias. Yeah, you give them too many choices, they'll make no choice at all. Say, pick the platform that you are most active on, or that your audience is most active on, and that's where you should be too, right? Okay. So, hey, come follow me over on Facebook. Come follow me over on Instagram. Come join my group. Give them one call to action. And then inside there, once you get them in that group, on that platform, and on that Instagram, into your Twitter feed, then you give them the next call to action. I need your email address, whatever it might be. Okay, make sure, one at a time. I'm going to make sure you walk away with nothing else, that thing right there. All right, so method number 4, giveaways, contests, and promotions. These are winners. Winner, chicken dinner. When you reach out to other influencers or experts in your niche and offer their audience something valuable, they'll often spread the word for you, okay? Especially if you can link it right to the content that their audience is hungry for. This could be something just for their audience, or it could be, an internet-wide contest or promotion. Now, you could be giving away courses, books, tools, SaaS products, whatever it is, as long as it's something that's specific to the audience that you want to reach. Let's say, for example, in online marketing, why not? This is where we're at, right? You're an online marketer, I'm an online marketer, or you want to be one. What you don't want to do is offer anyone on the internet a chance to win, say, $1,000 or an iPhone, because that's not your target audience. Right? You'll get lots of entries, but the back end of that won't be as successful as you'd like. But if, however, you give away a stack of books, digital or otherwise, about starting an online business, well, now you're targeting the exact people that you're wanting to sell to. So whatever niche you're in, make sure what it is you're giving away is valuable to them, more so than the ultimate prize, right? Hey, well, give me this, right? So an iPhone goes to everybody. $1,000, anybody. That stack of books about starting an online business, now you're headed towards those infopreneurs, those entrepreneurs, right? Now, if you're doing a promotion just to a particular expert's fan base, then you can give away anything you want because they already have the targeted audience. But here's what I would do. Now, I think this is the magic dust, that goes, ooh, this is going to really work. You're going to get, good actions out of this. What you want to do is have one of their books or one of their programs you have gone through. Usually that's how you get to know these experts even better, and realize, that program was really good, but here's what I thought was missing. Fill in that missing piece. Let's give you for instance, is it Robert Kiyosaki? I think it's Robert Kiyosaki's book, right? We're talking about everything's about how to get passive revenue, right? He keeps browbeating that into you, but he really doesn't give you the steps to do it. Maybe you come up with an article or a PDF or an ebook that gives the steps. Now, their program's teaching you, hey, this is important, do this. And you're saying, hey, guess what? I'm going to give away this to your group, this course on how to do that, or one way that could do that. Maybe you have other ways. Something that just like gear, cogs of the gear. This meshes right in. It's like, oh man, this is perfect. Again, be sure to collect the email addresses so you can continue to market to those folks and offer them extra chances to win, refer them other pieces of your product, other things that you have in your ecosphere, and sell them even after that first contest. All right, so let me give you method number 5, as I knew I wasn't going to do all of these today. We're already 20 minutes in. I'm only on number 5, and I got at least 5 more to go. Method number 5 for free traffic is push notifications. This is probably one of the simplest ways to get your new traffic to continue to come back to your website time and time again, right? Now think about it. Under normal circumstances, the odds are that people that land on your website the first time might not ever find it again on their own, right? Oh, I remember seeing this cool website, and it had, here's what will happen. They'll stumble across your website through something, right? Be it Facebook or social media or some search that they did, and they'll scan it, and they don't hang around very long. And then later on, the next day, 3 days later, 2 weeks later, a month or two later, something will come up, and they're like, oh man, I remember seeing that on that website I was at, and searches they may go to their Google history if they know about that. They won't remember how to get back. They won't remember your website. However, if you add push notifications, this is the tip, the push notifications. If you add push notifications to your website, you can send out a message to them anytime you release or update your content. You can offer new features anytime you do a promotion. This will get people back to your site in a hurry and ensure the traffic that you've earned through all your hard work through the previous 4 methods that we talked about, they're going to continue to return. And here's the really cool thing. If you've ever seen these, you've probably seen these. Remember, you'll land on a website, and all of a sudden, either immediately or after a few seconds, you get this little message, hey, would you like to get notifications from this website? With one click, your new visitor can, quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes here, you can see it, subscribe to your site without giving any personal information at all, not even their email address. So this is kind of a win-win for both of you and your visitors. It's something you want, and it's something they want. So you want it because you want them to keep coming back. They want it because they're seeing some value in your website already. Maybe they don't need to take action immediately on the rest of the information you have there. They see your free PDF, your free intro course or whatever it is. They're not quite ready to give you their email address yet. Over the course, as you add content, they get these push notifications and they click on it and they come back to your website. They start getting that value from you. Now you've earned their trust. They're going to drop you their email address. I have a great push notification program. If you're interested in it, just let me know. You just email me at tracy@darkhorseschooling.com, and I'll shoot that information right over to you. You like that? A little free paid advertising right there. Now, there's some more methods I want to share with you. I'll share with you on the next episode, and we're gonna talk about free ads. And paid ads. We're going to talk about being controversial. We're going to talk about guest posting. We're going to talk about commenting on other blogs. We're talking about getting interviewed and a couple of other things, right? So that you can start getting that traffic to your website that you're looking for. But in the meantime, if you feel like you're getting value from these episodes, and I hope you are feeling like you're getting value, and if you're not, let me know. Right? Let me know if you are too. Tracy@darkhorseschooling.com. But if you are getting that value, you want to keep getting these episodes and these tips and the interviews that do come up, and I got a couple getting ready to drop here pretty soon. I want you to go on down there, hit that subscribe button. Not so much to make sure you get the content, which I do want you to keep getting the content, but that is your way. It's those subscribes, ratings, and reviews are your way as the listener to tell those platforms out there that you are getting that value. And they'll give us a little rank up in give us a little lift up in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So please take a moment, show the love, and help spread the word. All right. In the meantime, you get out there, you run your race, you get your results, and let me hear about them. Until next time, think successfully and take action.
Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in.
check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.